Go ahead.
I came over. I had some free time and I thought I would help with the packing. I was full of packing crates. It oppresses some people, but for me, it is another feeling. Something full of a flow of life, movement, progress. It reminds me of Africa.
Africa?
Well, what mood is this? Have I told you how deeply you move me?
He gave away the money I said I.
Who gave away what money?
The insurance money. My brother gave it away.
He gave it away?
He made an investment. With a man even Titus wouldn't have trusted with his most worn-out marbles.
And it is all gone.
Gone.
I'm very sorry. And you, now?
Me? 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 I'm nothing. Me. When I was very small, we used to take our sleds out in the wintertime. The only hills we had were the ice-covered stone steps of the houses down the street. We'd fill them in with snow, make them real smooth, and slide down them all day. It was dangerous, you know, far too steep. Sure enough, one day a kid named Rufus came down too fast and hit the sidewalk. I remember standing there looking at Rufus's bloody open face thinking, that was the end of Rufus. But then, the ambulance came, and they took him to the hospital, fixed up his broken bones, and sewed him back up again. The next time I saw Rufus, he just had a line down the middle of his face. I never got over that.
What?
That was the one thing that anyone could do for another. Fix him up. Sew up the problem. Make him all right again. That was the most marvelous thing in the world. I wanted to do that. I used to think that was the one concrete thing a human being could do. Fix up the sick. You know? Make him whole again. This was truly being God.
You wanted to be God?
No. I wanted to cure. It used to be important. I wanted to cure. It used to matter. I used to care.
And you stopped caring?
Yes. I think so.
Why?
Because it doesn't seem deep enough. Doesn't seem close enough to what ails mankind. It was a child's way of thinking. Or an idealist.
Children see things very well sometimes, and idealists even better.
I know that's what you think. Because you're still where I left off. You with all your thoughts and dreams about Africa, you still think you can fix up the world. Cure the great sore of colonialism. With the penicillin of independence.
Yes.
Independence, and then what? What about all the crooks and thieves and just plain evil? What about all the crooks and thieves that will still come into power and plunder, same as before? Only this time, they'll be black and do it in the name of new independence. What about them?
That is a question for another time. First, we must get there.
And where does it end?
End? Who even spoke of an end? To life, to living.
An end to misery. An end to stupidity. there was just this large circle that we marched round and around, each with our own little picture of what we think is the future.
That is the mistake.
What?
What you just said about the circle, it is not a circle. It is a very long line, as in geometry, you know, one that stretches into infinity. And because we cannot see the end, we also cannot see how it changes. But it is very odd that those who can see the changes, who dream, who will not give up, are called idealists. But those who can only see the circle, we call them the realists.
Hasagai, while I was sleeping in that room over there, people just came and took the future right out of my hands. And nobody asked me. Nobody consulted me. They just went out and ruined my life.
Was it your money?
What?
Was it your money he gave away?
It belonged to all of us.
But did you earn it?
No.
Then isn't there something wrong in a house, in a world, where all dreams, good or bad, depend upon the death of a man? I never thought to see you like this alive. Your brother has made a mistake, and you are grateful to him that you may give up on the entire alien human race on account of it. You talk about what good is life, what good is struggle, what good is anything. Why are we all bothering, and what are we all doing?
And you know the answer?
I live the answer. In my village, it is the exceptional man who can even read a newspaper, or who has ever seen a book at all. When I go home, much of what I will say will seem strange to the people of my village. But I will work and teach, and things will happen slowly and swiftly. And times will seem that nothing changes at all, and then suddenly the dramatic events of history leap into the future and then quiet again. Retrogression even, guns, murder, revolution. And there will be times, even I, will stand and think whether the quiet was better than all the death and hatred. But I will look upon my village at the illiteracy and disease and ignorance, and I will not wander long. And perhaps I will be a great man. Perhaps I will always hold on to the substance of truth and find my way always with the right course. And perhaps for it, I will be butchered in my bed some night by the servants of empire.
The martyr.
And perhaps I will live to be a very old man, respected and esteemed in my new nation. And perhaps I will hold office, and this is what I am trying to tell you, Eliab. That perhaps the things I want for my country will be wrong and outmoded, and I will do terrible things to merely have my way or to keep my power. And don't you see that there will be men and women, not British soldiers then, but black countrymen, to step out of the shadows some evening and slit my then useless throat? Don't you see that they have always been there, that they will always be, and that something such as my death would even be an advance? They that kill me actually replenish all that I was.
I know all that.
Good. So I want you to stop moaning and groaning and tell me what you intend to do.
Do?
I have a suggestion. When this is all over, you come home with me.
Oh, Hasagai. At a time like this, you choose to be romantic.
No. Oh no, my dear. Young creature of the new world, I do not mean across the city. dream across the ocean to Africa.
Africa?
300 years later, the African prince rises up out of the sea and swifts the young maiden across the middle passage of a winter her ancestors had came.
To Nigeria?
Nigeria. Home. I will show you our mountains, our stars. We will drink cool drinks from the gourds, and I will teach you all of the old songs and the ways of our people. And then, in time, we will pretend at it as if it was you've only been gone a day. Say that you come.
Too much. Too much has happened today. I must sit and think.
Oh, okay. I will leave you. No, don't get up. Just sit a while.